In Minecraft 1.17, rabbits just got really important because the bundle is the best way to transport your stuff around before you have got to the end to get shulker boxes. So rabbit farms just got really OP. I'm going to show you a rabbit farm that is so easy, you're going to have more bundles than you can possibly cope with. Don't you go anywhere. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to another episode from me, Avomance, in my Minecraft 1.17 farm tutorial series. In this series, I'm showing you loads of different farms that work in Minecraft 1.17, and many of them also work in earlier versions of Minecraft 2. Rabbits just become significantly more important for your inventory because their hides help you to make bundles. Bundles in Minecraft 1.17 are the easiest thing for you to be able to make to carry lots more inventory, and you don't have to go to the end and kill a dragon to do it. To make a bundle, you need 6 rabbit hide and 2 string placed in this shape like this. So it actually makes a lot of sense. A little string pull bag, and that gives you 1 bundle. Now this bundle is totally OP. You can see in my inventory I've got the empty bundle and it's got 0 of its 64 slots taken up, and then I've got a load of stuff. If I pick that up and right click on the bundle, pick it up, right click on the bundle, just continue to do that all the way across, that fills up all 64 slots of the bundle. You can see I can have as many different things in there as I want, as long as I don't exceed 64 items. And that takes up just 1 of my inventory slots. Now that's brilliant, but getting enough rabbit hide to be able to make bundles in the wild is a nightmare because they're timid and they run away from you before you get a chance to actually kill them. And then they don't always drop it, even if you've got a looting sword. So you need a breeder. In fact, you actually need a farm. We're going to make a farm that has got a tiny footprint that's going to give you absolutely loads of hide. You're going to have bundles for days. Everything you need to make this farm is inside this chest. Take a screenshot, pause the video, whatever works for you, but you need these exact items in these exact quantities. The spawn egg represents the fact that we're going to have to get at least a couple of rabbits inside the farm ourselves. I'll show you how to do that. The white wall is temporary block, and you get the piston back. You also need a sword to be able to get the items. I recommend you get looting 3 and sweeping edge on it, but that's not essential. In reality, you could do this with a standard wooden sword if you really wanted to. The entire footprint for this farm is a 3x3 square with 3 of the corners cut out. It is tiny. Now this farm is so easy to make, we're going to do it in survival. First off, we're going to place down a double chest like that, and then grab your hopper and shift click it into the back of the chest so the nib is posting into that. Then get one of your temporary blocks and place it on top of that hopper like that, and then get a trapdoor, and from the top place it like that. You can then get rid of that temporary block. You don't need it there anymore. Place a slab on top of that hopper and then put 2 blocks on that side, 2 blocks on that side, and get your lever and place it there. That means that when you flip your lever, you can open and close the farm exactly like that. Then come around the back and place 1 block and then another block coming up with it at the same time, and then put 1, 2, 3, and on top of that 4, so as you've got a ring of glass that you can actually see into. You don't have to have the seeing in bit, but actually I just quite like seeing the bunnies fall. We need to raise the level of this ring just 1 more block, so you've got a row of 4 right there. That should be a 2.5 block drop now, so you should be good. Bring that to the side so it's a temporary block, then grab your piston and place a piston facing towards it. Place a fence on that and another block onto that. Put a block there and a block there. Do not put a block right there though, however. Then grab your dispenser and using shift click so you don't fall off the back, place the dispenser facing in towards this block. Pop a water bucket inside, a temporary block there, and grab your other blocks there, and again making another star shape right there like that. Now we're nearly done, but what we do need to do is we need to place a solid block on the back on top of the dispenser, and our 3 remaining glass blocks there, and there. Grab a button, place it on top of that block, also place a button on the side there like that, and you should find that you are pretty much good to go. Remove that temporary block, you should see the dispenser is there. That will dispense water, and pop it back as well. Then grab your slabs and pop a slab there, and also there, and then using the side of the slab, being very careful, place a fence post there as well, and that will help to keep the rabbits inside. That one isn't essential, but it's really quite useful. Now we got to go and get some bunnies. Now, getting the rabbit is probably the hardest thing about this entire farm, and you are going to need a carrot. Whilst holding a carrot, move towards a rabbit. If you do this without having a carrot in your hand, the rabbit is going to do a bolt. But because you've got a carrot in your hand, their stomach all of a sudden grows to larger than their brain, and as a result they do follow you. Hunger clearly is a bigger thing than fear as far as these rabbits go, and just drag the rabbit across towards these little set steps that you have made out of your temporary blocks. Don't get too far away from the rabbit, otherwise it will decide that its brain's bigger than its stomach again, and it won't go anywhere near you. Once you've got the rabbit close to your steps, just slowly go up them, and you'll find the rabbit will climb up the steps too. As long as they are one block, it shouldn't have any problems whatsoever. Do this slowly, because sometimes the rabbits get very confused. Up it comes there, you can see, and if you kind of come this way, it will jump onto a block, and hopefully, if you're very, very careful, you should be able to push that rabbit into the hole like that. Excellent. So that is one rabbit in there. Now you need to get at least one more, although if you want, you can get as many in here as you would like. Once you've got the number of rabbits that you want to put in here, I've got 4 in here at the moment, replace that post, and that will stop you from being able to fall into the hole yourself. Believe me, falling in the hole is real. I've done it. Don't do it. Don't be that person. And then you need to breed the rabbits up. Now, you're not going to be able to be very effective at breeding them if you're reaching down that far. So press the button and they will float up closer to you, and give them some carrot, and that will cause them to make a few babies. You can then turn the water off, and you can see you've got your babies in there. Now repeat that process over and over until you've got as many rabbits as you think you can possibly hold. I'd recommend at least 8, probably more. Now really the maximum number of rabbits that you want to put in here is 16, because when 16 rabbits breed, they make another 8, and that makes 24 rabbits. Now the rabbit hitbox is a lot smaller, so entity cramming isn't the same for cows and sheep as it is for rabbits, but if they all go to the same caller, you will find that some of them die. So to avoid that, make sure that you only do up to 16 rabbits in this hole. And 16 is indeed the number of rabbits that we've got inside our farm. Now they'll bounce up and down really nicely, just like that, but don't leave them in the water for too long, because they stand on top of each other's heads and they drown each other, and that's not what you want in your life. So come down to this temporary block that you've still got here. You'll notice I've moved the button to the other side of this piston. That is to make this maneuver slightly easier. What we want to do is press that button, and then come along here, press that button, and place a block there. Don't press that button whilst pressing shift if you're holding the block, because you'll just place the block on top of the button. Now this is what we're going to do. You've got a few seconds, so don't panic. We're going to press that button, they go up like that. We're going to shift across, but then we're going to let go of shift. We're going to press that, and we're going to press that button there. We have now got the ability to take that out, and all of the rabbits are sat on top of the fence and not on top of the block. But we now have a fully working farm. You can get rid of that piston, that was temporary, and we've got all the rabbits that we need up in the top. Now get yourself some carrots and breed up those rabbits. If I come up here, you can leave these temporary blocks as access if you wish, or you can put ladders or scaffolding up. It's entirely up to you. Press the button, give them a bit of a breed, as much as you like. Don't leave the water on for too long, however, otherwise again they do start to drown. Turn that off. You can see the babies fall down into the bottom, and when you come back down here, there are a number of babies underneath there just bouncing around quite happily. Just allow those to grow, or maybe just keep on breeding those until you've got a right old stash of baby rabbits underneath. Now I have done a couple of breeding cycles, and we have got a fair few baby rabbits sat around in there. If I was guessing, I'd say we probably got maybe 12 rabbits, something like that. Their hitboxes, I press F3 and B. You can see their hitbox is just that little bit too big to be able to fit out of that gap, which is really what we're after, isn't it? And if we want to, we can just close that and open it to tease them a little bit more. But more importantly, if we want to, we can hit them a lot and take their stuffs, but not until they've grown up. Baby rabbits don't drop anything. They need to be adult rabbits for them to be worth having. So now you have to wait until these are adults. About 20 minutes later, and we have got a dozen or so rabbits in there, all clustered together, wondering why I'm holding this pointy thing in their direction. Well, they're about to find out. We have got an empty chest here, I've got an empty XP bar, and all I'm going to do with my sweeping edge looting 3 sword, I'm going to hit them once. That does all of them. All of the XP comes in. You don't get a lot of XP from rabbits, but I've got nearly 2 levels, and I'm holding in my collection bar there, I've got 13 hide, 5 rabbit meat, and also 1 lucky rabbit's foot as well, which is quite interesting. If we open this up, we've got a further 14 and 17, meaning we've got 27 and 22 plus a rabbit's foot. Now that is enough to make 4, very nearly 5 bundles, which is brilliant. It takes almost no time at all. This rabbit farm is incredibly effective. Rabbit meat is great for making food. The rabbit's feet come every now and again. They're a relatively rare drop, so you can do leaping potions. All in all, this is a really good farm. I made this farm in snapshot 21W06A, which was the snapshot that caused all of the caves to start to generate under the ground, but didn't actually have any of the biomes in. So it works beautifully in this snapshot, and there is no reason to think that it won't work beautifully in the full version from 1.17. It also works in 1.16, 1.15, 1.14 and below. So really, it's a rabbit farm for all seasons. If there are any farms you'd like me to have a go at for 1.17, please do let me know in the comments below. And also, if you did enjoy this video, please do remember to slap that like button. It'd be great to know you enjoy them, and I will keep on making them. Also, if you've not done it already, please do hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to see you in my sub club, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.